If your money feels really chaotic, it's probably not your income. Chances are it's your spending, you know? If everything feels really urgent, you're like, oh my God, you buy things because it's a right now problem, last minute gifts, last minute groceries, last minute, like, oh, I don't want to cook delivery, you know? When everything feels urgent and like boom, 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 hustle, hustle, you're ending up overspending because urgency is the enemy of intentionality, right? And when we plan, when we're intentional about things, there tends to be a boundary. So things are like, again, a little bit more neutralized, a little more in control. So a plan eliminates these kind of fake emergencies, you know? Or you don't pause before you purchase. Like you see it, it's cute, it's convenient, it's on sale. So then you're like, okay, no big deal. Yes, add to cart, purchase. Do I actually want this? Or is it just that it's easy, you know? Like intentional spending does require a little micro pause, like a little reflection of, do I want this? Or is this aligned? Have I been thinking about this? Is this going to bring actual joy, or am I just letting a sale lead? You know, reactionary spending, it skips this and goes straight to the dopamine, if you know what I mean. The idea of waiting 24 hours, if that stresses you out, that could be a little bit of a sign. So like, you know, check in with that. And then if your expenses aren't matching your values, you know, if your money is going somewhere, but not towards the things that you actually care about, like for example, you want to travel and that's something that you value a lot, but you end up spending a lot of money on takeout, which is like, what's going on? You know, you want to start investing, but instead you end up overspending on like Target runs or whatever it might be, you know, this mismatch, it's a clear sign that your spending is being driven from like convenience or from emotion, not from alignment, you know. Reactionary spending, I want to be clear, like it doesn't mean that you're irresponsible, that you're bad with money by any means. It like means that you're kind of like surviving. You've been surviving instead of planning, you know. When you get intentional, even small decisions about like where you spend your money, those are used to like compound your real goals, you know. And that's what we do in Wealth Rising. How can we take these big goals that we have for ourselves, our current behavioral patterns around money, and tweak them a little bit as we go, so that all of a sudden we have these hugely healthy money management habits and can build wealth, you know. Aligning your money with your values so that your life finally reflects your priorities. That's what it's all about.